Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 19th of May 2019. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot for this reading. Let's have a look at what the cards have to say about this day and what they want you to know. I'm just going to shuffle them a couple of times. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Rods in reverse. We've had a lot of cards lately, or a lot of spreads, where we've had one upright card and two in reverse. And it's kind of interesting because there's always been one key factor that allows you to turn things around. And I think that's the kind of energy of May, or the last week or 2 weeks or so at least. There's really been the possibility of taking personal action to transform certain things in your life. And that's always a good thing. So the Knight of Cups, when he's this way around, I always call him Romeo, because the Knight of Cups doesn't quite know how to deal with the suit of cups just yet. Cups is water. It's spirituality, emotion, creativity, nurturing people in a consistent way. And he's got these wings on his helmet, and he overdoes it. So he's either at a funeral and shrieking loudly and just weeping inconsolably. He's just overly emotional and he just feels things so strongly. Or he falls madly in love with someone on a Tuesday, and then by Thursday it's fizzled out and he no longer cares at all. It's what he struggles with is being emotional and letting this river flow consistently in one direction. You can see it goes in this direction and then it goes in the other direction. So he's up and down, up and down. He's really extreme in the way his feelings come across. And that's in reverse. So emotionally, you're going to feel really calm. You're not going to feel like there are major highs and lows. You'll feel really comfortable in your own skin. There's going to be a sense of well-being. You'll feel relaxed, chilled. It's the perfect Sunday morning vibe. So you feel good in yourself. You can maybe treat yourself to a lovely little brunch. Get the morning papers if you're into reading the news on a Sunday. Here in the UK, the Sunday papers are always just this thick because they always have they put loads and loads of stuff in the Sunday editions. So people who do that can read all morning. So do something nice for yourself. Treat yourself to a walk if you enjoy that, or a bubble bath, or have a lovely breakfast. Just enjoy the simple things in life. Something that makes you feel good. Eight of Swords is a woman who's blindfolded and she's trapped. And she's trapped by all these negative thoughts. So there may be, as the day progresses, there may be things that go on in your head internally. You may start to think certain things which really blind you to who you are. So you may start to think, like, let's go to the example, to the papers example again. So you read something in the paper and you're reading the section on politics, and you're really surprised that you've missed so much and that you really don't know what's going on. And you think, God, I'm so useless and hopeless when it comes to politics. I haven't even caught up with what's going on. You fail to see that at least now you're up to date, whereas other people have never even attempted to try and understand politics. Or there could be another person coming into your life, or you hearing something on the radio or on the television which really hits a nerve with you and makes you feel negatively about yourself, or it blurs your perspective on something. It changes the way you see something about yourself or about the world. So you may, again, watch the news and see a bombing somewhere, and you may think, goodness, humanity is really awful, and I'm going to stop helping people because human beings are innately bad. So something may come in that totally changes your perspective, whereas before you thought that every human being deep down is good, and they're misguided, and they sometimes make the wrong decisions and end up doing bad things. But here today, something can really cut that perspective away and put you into a perspective or a mode where you really are blinded to the truth. The message basically is that any negative ideas or any thoughts that come in that really make you feel more negative, or that put you on the defensive, or that make you feel justified in your anger or your aggression or attacking someone else, it's a temporary state of mind. You're not always going to think this way, and it's best not to act on it. Because you started the day feeling really good, and then there's certain things during the day, trivial things, which really either make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel bad about the world, and you just get sucked into negativity and you feel stuck. It may just be you live by a lake and you've always enjoyed living there, and now you're just like, God, I'm bored. How have I lived here for the last 7 years? Something just flips and your perspective just alters, and you become blind to the beauty of that lake, which you've enjoyed for the last couple of years, the last few years rather. So remember that this negativity is a temporary kind of wave that comes in. Try not to act on it. Try not to end friendships. Try not to attack someone publicly on Twitter or Facebook. When negativity comes in, try your best to recognize it and not to make it something permanent by turning it into words. Negative thoughts are one thing, but when you start expressing those thoughts in words and putting them in black and white, then you're giving them a life of their own. Or if you think something negatively and then you take an action based on those thoughts, like ending a friendship or getting involved with a group of people who really have negative views on things, and you're like, well, I agree today and I'm going to join them. Try and really double check within yourself before taking any of those actions that you're not just acting on a whim. And if an idea that's super negative comes in for the first time today and it feels super urgent and it feels like I have to say this on Twitter or I'm just going to explode, then you can bet your bottom dollar that it's from the ego trying to railroad you. This last card is success and triumph. It's someone who's gone on a mission, on a quest, and he's come back victorious, and the other people celebrate him. And he feels a great sense of happiness in his identity because he did something he really cared about, something that was hard and difficult, and he's come back and he's triumphed. There's no sense of approval from other people today. Other people aren't going to spend their time patting you on the back and saying, "What, God, you're amazing. Thank you so much. You're the best. I just love you so much." The approval comes from within today. And maybe because there's a lack of recognition or attention or approval from the outside world, that you may start to feel negative. It's like, everyone's ignoring me, so I'm going to lash out and get the attention back on me. Getting attention negatively, just getting attention for attention's sake, whether it's negative or positive attention, when it doesn't matter which one it is, you're in the wrong. Because if you're that starve for attention that you'll even take negative attention, then there's something missing inside you. There's a gap inside you that needs to be filled with something more positive, not other people clapping or saying, God, what a terrible thing to say, but at least you've got all eyes on you and you feel like you're validated through that. So it's a day where the emotions aren't acting up, so you can rely on your feelings and you can test these ideas with your feelings. If it resonates and if it's like, this is a good action to take, then go for it. But if it's like something very negative and you check in with your feelings and you're like, this is kind of out of character for me. I don't usually express these negative things, or I don't usually have such knee-jerk reactions. Then listen to your feelings over your thoughts today. And don't expect other people to open doors or to help you or to celebrate you. And make sure that you celebrate yourself and you get to a place where you realize that that is okay. Because then you can turn this card around as well and skip the negativity and pull out the negativity and really see things for what they are. So this is a day mainly where it's kind of a backlash to the day before, where you did a lot of spring cleaning and you really got rid of a lot of the negativity. The ego is now kind of inflamed and angry. It doesn't want you to feel totally good about yourself. It doesn't want you to thrive. And yesterday, during the full moon in Scorpio, you naturally let go of some of faulty ego beliefs that have held you back in life. So it seems like the ego is hitting back here on Sunday, saying, I'm not going to let you go that easily. I'm going to throw a lot of negativity on you so that you keep stuck and that you don't move forward in your life. I don't want you to succeed. No. So it's kind of the backlash reaction to Saturday. If you haven't watched that video on the full moon in Scorpio, have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description. It's really a time of letting go and being able to identify negative things about yourself and just flushing them out. So here the ego is saying, no, we can't let Wendy feel good about herself. We've got to throw new negative thoughts in her mind so that she stays stuck. We can't have her succeeding. So the best way to navigate the day is through your feelings. That's something that you can really trust. And lower and manage your expectations in the sense of what you want from other people. So if you've got a trip planned and you're going to visit someone, and you have a 3-hour drive, and you expect that when you get there, that this other person jumps up and down and claps and says, oh my God, you're here, and thank you for driving so far. That's the expectation you've got. And then you actually get there and the person is like, oh, hello, thanks for coming. Then you feel like, how dare they? I came all this way. I don't really like this person. I should have never come. It's that kind of silly negativity that can come in today. And it's your expectation that made you feel so negative. So if you were like, okay, I'm driving these 3 hours and it's no big deal, and we've planned this for weeks and months, and she knew I was coming over, and you get there and she's like, oh, hello, thanks for coming, then that's fine, and you can get on with whatever you had planned, then you won't be upset about it. So try and be a little bit self-aware. Court cards are 1, so 1 and 8 is 9, 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 is a temporary doorway that opens. And in this case, there's a temporary doorway that leads you into negativity. So stay back. So stay in your lane today. Don't make any outlandish, crazy moves that really go against your feelings and your nature, and that make you very unpopular with other people. Especially going on social media and saying, I loathe all of you. You know, that kind of thing. Avoid that, because there's a tendency to have a knee-jerk reaction and to sabotage yourself and to be your own worst enemy today and to get yourself stuck through words or actions that you actually put out there into the universe. So despite that, the self-vigilance that you've got to have going today, have a good day, have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to audio reading. In my personal readings, I use tarot, astrology, and numerology, and I combine all three. And I can tell you what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes. I can answer any questions you may have. If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button and share the video. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.